Good day to you. Welcome back to the podcast, Catch It, A New Perception. My name is Ketuk. I think about how we personalize things and how I've personalized things, and believe at some point in your life you've probably personalized things that you don't need to. It's interesting as we continue to change our perception, which all of us are. Everyone listening to this podcast especially is consciously doing something to change their perception. Every man, woman, child, everyone in between, everyone in the universe is doing something to change their perception, whether they're conscious of it or not. Every one of us. And today, I think about how much I personalize things, what that does to my perception of me. You see, back when I first started changing my life, making a conscious effort to do things different in my life, step away from the way that I once lived and the way I treated people and the way I treated myself, I believe that I had some misperceptions. I had a problem with my perception of you, and I had a problem with my perception of me, and I had a problem with my perception of your perception of me. Why'd you look at me like that? Why'd you say that? Why are you talking about me? And I personalized so many things that I had a misperception about so much of myself. Now, today, I don't personalize as much. Do you? Do you personalize things that people are saying to you? Could a stranger walk up to you and say something to you that puts you on tilt emotionally? And maybe even more than emotionally, like you start lashing out at other people because of what someone said to you on the way to work, and they don't even know you, and you personalized it? Maybe it's time to realize that when someone that doesn't know you, maybe even someone that casually knows you, that doesn't know you intimately, personally, they say something to you, you internalize it and personalize it. And they really don't know anything about you, so it's about them. It's not about you. What they said has more to do with who they are. Maybe what they think of themselves. Maybe their own perception of themselves. It has very little to do with the person that they're aiming it at. The reason that I think this is worth taking a look at is because this can create a perception for us that's not real. We'll create a perception of ourselves that's not real because we internalize or personalize, whatever terminology you like. We internalize things that other people say that we don't need to. Even someone that does know us intimately, that loves us, could say something just the way they've always said it, and then all of a sudden, say my wife, I get up in the morning and she says something to me. Well, why'd you say that? Because I'm internalizing something she said, and she didn't want me to personalize it. She didn't mean it that way. She didn't even say anything offhand. I just react poorly like I used to on a given day. And then I internalize it, and now there's some energy between us that's not even that good because of something I created and internalized. I didn't need to. How often do we do this? Maybe at our place of employment. Maybe where we volunteer even. Hopefully when we get to a point where we're able to volunteer and help other people, we're not personalizing stuff that they say, because that's not going to help them. It's not going to put them in a better place. It's not going to put you in a better place. We need to be able to move forward without internalizing things. So what this means is that when someone says something, you need to know the truth about you. And what they're saying doesn't matter. And on the other hand, I've had people pay me compliments, and I deflect the compliment because I've internalized so much through the years that's negative, that wasn't real, that changed my perception, that lowered my self-esteem, that when I do get a compliment, I deflect it. Rather than, and I deflect it with egotism, rather than accepting it, saying thank you. I get that generally speaking, when I'm in a room full of people, I am not going to be the best looking guy. I'm not going to be the smartest guy. I'm not going to be the coolest guy. I'm not going to be the end all be all at any given point in any room where there's multiple people. I get it. I just need to be enough for me. I don't need to try to satisfy other people with who I am. I remember telling a brother years ago, we're working in the same place, and someone was saying something to someone else, and he was a third party overhearing it, and they were speaking about me, and he knows firsthand it's not true, and he defends me. I can appreciate that. He's a good brother. I told him, you don't have to defend me. If they don't know the truth about me, they can speak of me however they choose. It doesn't change who I am. I must have been in a good place that day. And it's really cool that I can see it like that at a given moment. This was decades ago. It's nice that what other people say about me that's not true, I do not need to internalize today. This is what I'm talking about when I say personalize. I don't need to internalize things that anyone says about me unless they're true. And when they are true, and I deflect a compliment that is paid to me, I am doing the same disservice to myself because I'm not letting that light in. Because I'm not allowing the truth to penetrate me, because I deflect it and allow it to bounce off. No matter how true it may be. There are different examples I think of where people have paid me great compliments. It comes from their heart. They mean it. And it's hard for me to take that in, because I don't want my egotism to get in the way and act like I'm something I'm not. And yet the good heart that I carry reminds me that I should let that in. I should just hold on to it when they pay me that compliment. When it comes from a good heart. And they're trying to tell me that I'm a good person and that I do good deeds and that I have done well. Can I hear that? Can I feel that? Can I allow that to penetrate? Can I internalize what is real. This is all part of the same picture. Not deflecting that compliment and shooting it back out and not allowing that to come in. Personalizing things and allowing things to come in, or internalizing things that aren't real. I don't need that in my heart. So how I move forward is important. What my perception of me is today is important. Now, but my perception of you, I hope that to be true. I hope that to be real. And I will honor you to the best of my ability today. Everyone I come in contact with, it would be nice to be able to look at them, say, Namaste. Say that from my heart. Say that in a way that makes sense to me. And then to be able to move through and know that I am equal to them. Is it difficult to see how you are equal to everyone in the world? Or is that easy for you today? It is the beauty of life. How we walk through life and know that we are not greater than other people. Our egotism does not get in the way. We don't act like we're something special. We're paid a compliment and we absorb it into our heart. We say, thank you. Pilame ai. Or do we walk through life and deflect that still? Or do we realize that we are all equal? And that if I put someone else down, I would be putting myself down. That when someone speaks down to me, it speaks to who they are. It does not speak to who I am. And they do not speak the truth when they put me down. When they speak ill of me. Have I made mistakes? I have. Do I need to admit them to myself? Maybe even to others at times? I do. Do I need to be honest with the Creator upon awakening? I do. It does not mean that I am less than because I have fallen to the ideas of my egotism or my humanness. It just means that I have something new to learn. How to treat someone differently. That I will honor you today. As I can learn honor, love, dignity, and respect, I will move forward in a good way. I will walk with a good heart, clean hands, and straight eyes. I will let the light in today. I will see it differently. My perception will be different moving forward. I will not internalize things when you say things to put me down. I will internalize the compliments that you give me, not with egotism, with love, dignity, and respect. I will honor you by internalizing the compliments that you will pay me. Sometimes that has been the most difficult in my life up to this point, and moving forward it will never need to be difficult again. I will be able to honor you when I just say thank you. Looking forward to next time. Live in harmony with and use the bounty of the land to bring kindness to the world.